go, go, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden football.
I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't want to be a slave.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Brandon Gardner and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Bears ready to go on offense, and it's the #1 overall pick leading him out, the Heisman Trophy winner from USC, Caleb Williams.
And we're talking about a young man who proved it at every step along the way. First at Oklahoma, then at USC. Big-time talent, big-time production, and won a Heisman Trophy while playing for the Trojans. Now, the #1 overall pick lands in Chicago, and there's an awful lot of talent awaiting him, and now he gets a chance to utilize those weapons.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing is Williams. Allen's got it complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Loose inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 14-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
So nothing doing there, and it'll bring up a second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Swift will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
That's to Moore, he's got it. Touchdown Bears. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time. And it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his second season out of Kentucky.
And last year's rookie year, a bit of a mixed bag for the young signal caller out of Kentucky. Showed off plenty of tools, but was hurt in the preseason, and it took a little while to get going. But once he did, he showed exactly why the Titans wanted him. Toughness, leadership, and a big arm. The team rallied around him down the stretch.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Levis from the gun. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 9. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Levis looking to throw. That's to the tight end, Wiley. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. As hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Flush to his right. Boy, stays up. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Swift. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2. and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Dancing. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Over the middle, he has a Conqueror. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw, it's Levis. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Levis to throw once more. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to put those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Levis to throw it. That is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Levis. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Levis back to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins from 3 yards out. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the first half, it was the rookie from USC, Caleb Williams, who was looking the part. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Levis out of the shotgun now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good hands there by Allen, and the Bears advance the ball. And he may have a new home in Chicago, but you know he's going to be the same reliable weapon out of the slot he's always been. Broke into the league with the Chargers with Phillip Rivers. then broke in Justin Herbert out there, and now gets a team with a rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, and you know he's going to be more than reliable and make big plays in the Chicago offense.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Williams. That's complete. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And a catch made by Hopkins. Hopkins with a quick feet, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Levis now off of play action. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Levis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll throw it again with Levis. The quick slant caught, and it's a Titans touchdown. Okonkwo, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Folk for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans all ready now. Will Levis out on the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Off the play fake, Levis. That's to the tight end, Wiley. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Levis looking to throw. Steps away. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Swift going to try up the middle. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Swift. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, Williams. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Levis and the Titans now down 21-14. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. He finds Hopkins complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Complete to Boyd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Levis, he'll look to throw it. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Levis. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 1st down. Levis. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Still plenty of time and the 2 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10 now. Levis to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Here's second down. Levis. Caught left side, Hopkins. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Levis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you have to expect in this situation that the defense is going to be playing the perimeter. They don't want any easy passes out there where someone can grab it and step out of bounds. So that was excellent work there to force the incompletion.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10. Throwing now, here's Levis. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation, move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading 000. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. One final try here for Will Levis. That's caught. And he's got it. It's caught. What a call with no time remaining. And with that 2 points, they win the game. So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final play. Thought they were just going to try the PAT and tie it, send it to overtime. Charles, they went for 2, and they won it right there.
Well, the book, right? You know the book that everyone plays by, right?
Yep.
That mythical book says, kick it, get to overtime, you're covered. If you don't and you go for 2 and you don't get it, your job could be in jeopardy. But sometimes people just know their teams. They may have felt like they were out of gas. They had to have it now. And they did it and got out of there with a win.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.